guys, it's me, DC. Little change of plans from Dragon Age is what we usually do. If you guys have seen me play this game before, then you would know that, they don't have another video of this. I wonder why they don't have another video of this. Have they just been, just completely filling their lives full of Dragon Age? Yes, no. I mean, you're right. You are right. There is another reason. So, if you can see from my menu that I have played this, but you want to know what the full problem was, I did make another video of this, but instead of muting out my mic, I muted out the background music. So it was just me breathing heavily, doing other stuff, and just slightly saying fuck under my breath. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna try it again. I did skip level 28. I just could not figure out for the life of me how to do level 28. I've tried it in so many different ways. I got frustrated enough, and so I said, never mind, I'm not gonna do it anymore. This is gonna be my first talk through for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and do as much as I can, but if I can't do it, then I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna skip it, because I've wasted a lot of time trying to figure out how to do shit on this game sometimes. And I'm a little embarrassed to say how bad I am at this game, really. Let's see. Then again, it's probably not going to be changing that much for me, just sighing a lot. This one's pretty easy though. Alright. Yes, just because I do have some idea of what's going to be happening in this game does not mean I remember everything that I did originally, so I could get stuck again completely and not know exactly what to do. So be nice with me here. And if I just stop talking for a good portion of the video, just know that I am really thinking. Like right now, I am really thinking again. Okay. So, you always want to start with the bigger pieces. I know that. I'm not so stupid. A little, but for flavoring, just to make things interesting. I always believe having a little bit of stupid in you makes things interesting. I don't know what I'm saying. I got that, but I can already tell that it's not going to be good on the other side. But my brain just goes, should I move on with it? Anyways? The noise is so cute. When I first played this game, it was really funny because my cat was sitting on the floor with her little treat ball that I usually give her. And every single time there was a purr or a meow, she would just look up at me very offended. Where's the other cat? If you guys want to know anything about my cat's name is Freckles. We got her off of a, we joke about it, we say she's the best 30 bucks we've ever spent. We originally got her, somebody had to give her up for adoption again because, they were, what's the word? They weren't allergic, but like their husband was, and they just got their baby tested, and their baby was allergic to cats too, so they had to give her up. And she had her since she was a kitten. She was a very nice woman. We met her at like a a cat place, a pet place, so we could meet them for the first time. And it was so funny when we met her. Oh, she was in the cat carrier. She is not a cat that likes being in a carrier, being outside at all. So it was kind of stressful for her, and I felt bad. But she was like, "Do you want to hold her? Like, she's the sweetest cat ever." And my husband tried to take her out of the carrier, and she was like clinging on it for like dear life, and I felt so bad. I was like, "This cat does not want to leave." But you know, she's lived here now for like close to like 3 years now, 4. I think she's like, I don't know. I don't keep track of. I mean, like, I have birthdays for my pets, but I do not keep track of any of their due dates. She is a very, very sweet girl. She has like some health problems now, but I mean, nothing like serious. She just has like this problem where she like licks herself a lot. And I think that was just because we stressed her out a lot with the move. And now it's just and we didn't like notice it right away because, you know, I've never had a cat before in my life. All my friends had cats. I've always had dogs. My mom and I would, you know, like, she would get a bunch of dogs, like, off of Craigslist and stuff, and then we would, like, rehome them later. And, you know, they're all good dogs. They're all like Chihuahua mixes. So just like a lot of like, I had like a miniature pincher like Chihuahua, or I think she was like a wiener dog or something. She was my baby. I loved her a lot. And cats always scared me because I didn't know how to take care of a cat, so I thought I was just gonna lose. So I never really wanted to, you know. I did not. I think my mom or also my stepdad was allergic at the time too, so I couldn't actually do that. No cats allowed. Though my siblings now have like 2 cats in the house, so I'm like, oh, okay, good for them. I guess they just no cats for me. But I am actually very pleasantly surprised with like how much this cat loves me. I don't think like that they're like, you know, unloving beings or anything like that. I just was worried that I wasn't gonna see like telltale signs of like if they're like hurting or not, but you know, like Freckles is pretty good at telling us like what she wants, so not that mad about it. Oh shit, oh, move. Yes, oh my god. Yes, I did it. That was making my brain tickle. I hate this. Anytime that I get this long cat here, I know it's gonna be a tough time. Maybe this one is fine, I think, though. Anyways, where was I? I was talking about Freckles. Like the first day that I got her, I went to go pick her up by myself because my husband was at work. And the car ride home, she was like, oh, you know, screaming, and I was screaming because I don't do well driving at all. I mean, I'm a good driver. Like, I've never had an accident, I've never had a ticket, but that's just because I hardly drive very often. I'm too stressed out, especially with the roads in the certain area that I had to go to. It's just like a populated, like, city area, so I'm not very good at driving like city-ish areas, unless if it's like my own hometown. My own town's like slightly city-ish, so it's like I can deal with that because, you know, I've lived around it for like a really long time. But anything else is just I stay home. Husband drive. Husband do driving for me. that's not it. I need to do something else here. So I picked her up and I put her in the back because, you know, I read that, like, cats need to, like, adjust to, like, their surroundings. I live in a small-ass apartment, but I thought was, like, I can't just, can't have her just, like, roam around the entire place. She could get, you know, scared. She could, oh god, I don't even have, like, a litter box for her, so I had to, like, lock her in the room and, like, drive down to, like, a pet place, like a PetSmart or something, and just be like, I need litter box for cat. They're like, yeah, that's down the other aisle. Do you need me to show you? And I'm like, no, this is stupid, I know where cat stuff is. I got the cats, I came in there and I was, like, so scared. I was, like, treating her like she was a creature from the Black Lagoon. I was like, cat, you come out and I pet you, yes? Kitty want pets? And like a trooper, she just, like, came right over to me. She was hiding in, like, my dress form at the time. She just came right out and she was like, merp. You know, like, that little cat noise is so cute. She just, like, came right up and then she just started rolling all over me and just, like, trying to get my pant leg and, like, laying on me and purring and purring. I was like, oh, she likes me so much. And I'm like, does she like you, or is it just because you loaded this entire apartment room with kitty hormone to make her not stressed out? I, you know, like, sprayed everything in there. I was just like, oh god, I hope she doesn't hate me. I hope she doesn't hate me. She rolled everywhere, and I was just, like, crying because she was just so cute. So sweet. And after that, I mean, like, she literally has not left my side. She still treats me the same way like that every single day. She just, like, just all over me. Like, she loves me so much, and, like, I find that, like, so fascinating that, I mean, like, I'm not, like, a scary person. I'm not, like, like, oh, they're gonna fucking kill me, or they're not gonna like me. I'm not a likable person. I mean, like, I'm humble. Anyway, she's the nicest girl ever. Even if she licks herself to, like, bald ass belly. We make fun of her because her paunch is so, like, loose and saggy, and she licked all the hair off underneath it. I just went, like, you know, we just call it her balls. Yep, most beautiful girl in the world. Meow. I'm lost. Hang on, I'm gonna be silent for a second. I need to figure this out. Alright, so maybe if I just use the biggest one. I've noticed it was a little better if I have this here. I need to, like, have this in a corner or something. Maybe, like this. And then, well, doesn't it, maybe it needs to be down, or no, hang on. Alright, so that. This is, and I go. You see? Okay, alright. I get stupid like this. So, yes, that needs to go there, that goes on the bottom, and then I can do... I get, like, mixed around a lot for some reason. My brain just can't see the pattern being upside... No, okay. Maybe it was right the other way then. Maybe I just need to... just have it right... Alright, so I'll just have the tails touch. Okay, so then that's 2. Alright, I feel like I can do this. Come on, Danny. Alright. Give me your dopey ass eyes. You got this. Oh! No, that's not right. Oh! Dude, you just did the same damn thing a different way. I got it. Brain! Overload! Go! No! Okay! Okay! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Every battle fought will eventually win. Oh, goodness. Anytime that I exaggerately exhale, I just think of like that SpongeBob where he's like, I think it was the one where he's like trying to like be with the jellyfish. He just has his hands on his hips and he's like I'm just like that most of the time. I'm feeling already messed up. Alright, have all the big ones in the corner and work around. Alright. Okay. Okay. I could do better. Okay. Okay. I could do better. Just 5 hours of me just okay. I could do better. I can make them worse. Okay. Oh, God, I'm tired. My brain was like, I want to do Dragon Age today, but I am so physically exhausted for some reason. I feel like I'm sleeping okay. I mean, I did wake up a few times, but I always wake up like a few times at night. My cat wakes me up at the butt crack of dawn at 5 a.m. to get fed, like all the time. I've tried switching her schedule so many times, but it just does not work. Like, I could try to, like, feed her at, you know, like 7. I want to, like, feed her at 7 o'clock, just because we feed her at, like 6 a.m. or 7 o'clock, because that's when she gets hungry at night. And I tried to stay to that to like a T, but it's just, she just keeps waking me up at 5 a.m. She just wants breakfast at 5 a.m. And I think it makes sense because, you know, the last person she was with was like a teacher. So I can imagine like the teacher maybe waking up around 5 and then having to leave at like a certain time or something. So I think she's just used to that. But the woman that like gave me her stuff said that, you know, like she used to, you know, she eats breakfast at 6. So I'm like, alright, then why does she keep waking me up like an hour before 6? So I wake up because the cat wants to eat, and I don't fight her anymore. I just like, I'm like, okay, you want to eat at 5 a.m. We let you eat at 5 a.m. now. But I also wake up like a lot just because it's either just like sweating a lot at night. It's so gross. It's so nasty. I just wake up and I hate it, and I just like, I got to change clothes. It is yucky. My bed does not get wet at all. I have no clue how that works, but it's just, I get gross. I wake up, I'm like, I want new clothes. I change, I go back to bed. I wake up, I feed the cats, I give her some more water, I go to the bathroom, I go back to bed. Maybe wake up a few more times because of whatever dreams are like making me wake up like freaking Hank Hill. And then I go back to bed. So on a good average, I probably, like, I sleep like maybe 8-9 hours, but I wake up like, you know, like periodically throughout the night. So I don't think, it's like, I think I get the sleep, but I'm just not well rested or something along those lines. But I gotta be careful, because I did take a sleep study like a really long time ago, and they're like, you have hypersomnia, you need to like not sleep. I was like, oh, but I'm so tired. And they're like, that's what it does. Tripping me up. insomnia, you need to not sleep so much. And usually I get good about it, like, you know, I only sleep, because I notice sometimes when I only sleep like 5 hours, I feel pretty good. Then other times I'm just like, I cannot function in this world, my back, my eyes. Sorry, I'm drinking something. Thank you for your patience, people. And, you know, so I'm just like, I sleepy, let me sleep. And they say, no, sleep bad. You wake up, you stay awake. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. They're like, oh, wow, that sounds terrible. Have you solved the problem yet? I'm like, you can fix it. You can please tell me how to fix it. I would love to know. No, you can't fix it. You stay like that forever. And that's how I've just been generally dealing with it. Usually it's not bad. I just need to, it's like meditation or just like another practice thing. You need to just have the, what my husband says, you just need to have the, what's it called? Like the means to want to keep doing it. And I'm like, I will, but you know, after a while my brain is just like, do we really have the means? Do we really want to keep the means? Ooh, am I gonna do it? Ooh. Am I good? Oh no, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, sweet release. No. Maybe if I go this way. I feel like I'm onto something here. Oh, God. Damn it. Sorry if you guys just really hate my voice. I know I'm not that funny, but like, I'm like Jake from Adventure Time, where it's like, I just make myself laugh and I just pass out for my own jokes. They're not even really my own jokes, they're just voices I hear from other stuff, which makes me remember the other stuff, and then I laugh at that, and then I pass out. My husband's a trooper, though. He loves it. He thinks I'm funny, and that's all you really need. Get you a guy that thinks you're funny, even if you're not. Okay, let's try it. Alright, that can fit in there. Because the other one can't fit in there. Hang on, let's all take a minute for prayer. You don't actually have to pray with me, I'm just I don't really pray, I was just thinking of I'm just thinking. Okay, alright. Oh, everybody you know what? Screw what I said. Everybody keep praying. And maybe the thing inside my brain will hear you, and I will listen for once in my life. For once in my life! Ooh! Ooh! I did it! They're like, wouldn't you already know how to do this? You already played through it. Don't assume. Do not assume that I know anything that I'm doing. I cannot remember how to do things for the life of me. What else can I talk to you guys about? Guess I could talk about why I'm doing this. I mean, not just like the cat game, just like why am I doing like the YouTube thing in general. I don't even know. I'm just doing it, really. It's how I'm just living my life right now, which is honestly okay. I used to, well, you know, I'm not like, I don't want to like call myself like a bum or anything like that. That's not like what I really am about. I used to, like, I used to have a job. You know, just retail stuff, just normal stuff. Like, you know, I've been working since I was, like, even really getting into high school, and I've always been working. Just normal, like, retail things, you know, like, big branches of stuff. I used to do, like, I used to do, like, a fast food job. That was, like, my first job. And it was just really bad, like, completely uncoordinated, you know, general restaurant stress. Very bad for your health. I recommend doing something else. um, but, you know, after that, I got, like, a better job and a better deal, but, you know, I have, like, what's the, like, confidence issues or, like, self-esteem issues, so, like, when they're like, yeah, you can, I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I was just like, alright, I got this job, I start here, I'm gonna leave, and they're like, cool, and then they just, like, I gave them my 2 weeks, but then, like, they just kept scheduling me, and I was always so scared about, like, oh, they're gonna, like, blacklist me if I don't come into work. If I just don't show up, they're gonna blacklist me. It's gonna be on my record for forever. And I'm like, it's not, like, you're not a felon. It's a job. But I didn't, like, you know, have that confidence back then. So I stayed with them another 3 months while I was working my other job. Just because I was scared what they would do if I said something. I finally just said, no, you know, it's good, but it's just, I'm so tired with these 2 jobs. And they're like, I thought you put in your 2 weeks. And I'm like, I did. Why are you still here? They keep putting me on. So one of my work friends were just like, leave. And I was just like, okay. So then I finally left. Then I went to the other job. And then I stayed at that job for like 4 years, and I liked it. It was so much better than my first job, but at the same time, it was still capitalism. You know, like, oh, I actually have a break for once, and I was like, oh, my standards are very low. They're like, wow, you didn't even get a break, and I'm like, I'm supposed to get breaks. anytime that it's like that, I feel like that guy from, I think it was like the whatever RV movie or something, that was the guy that's like, you guys are getting paid. I was basically like that, and I liked it. It was certainly fine. The management was still really bad, so it's like there were still like a lot of like management problems, but I made myself, I'm one of those people that I love to like learn everything inside of a store, so I can just help out where people need help, because I hate it. It's like, I hate it when I'm completely overwhelmed by everything. I can't imagine how it is for like other people. Like, if I was being overwhelmed, I would want people to help me, so I kind of like stay in the same range. I'm like, if people are getting overwhelmed, I gotta help them too, so that way we are not overwhelmed, people. Alright, where am I here? There's a point to my story. Is there? No, not really. There's no point to my story. I'm just speaking out here. But I like it. I like the job until I didn't like the job. I just really didn't like it during, like, Black Friday stuff, how we were mandatory had to work, like, 12, almost 15-hour shifts. Like, because they were open on, like, and then it's like, and then COVID happened, and it's like, oh, we're not doing that anymore. And I'm like, oh, you're not? Really? Why did I have to sit through, like, almost 4 years of that just for them to, like, go, it's inhumane? I'm like, inhumane? You're the ones that said we have to do it. Granted, yes, they did pay us a lot, but it was just, like, it was not worth it. People were, like, and it was never the customers. The customers were never the problem. They were completely, like, good people. They understood. It's like, we're gonna wait in line. That's how this works, buddy. I know. No, it's just like, okay, thank you. I'm so tired. And they're like, you look tired. I'm like, yeah, I am. Whew, I am. So I went through a few positions over there. And then I tried to, you know, was like, alright, I need something better. I need something that was gonna work with my schedule. I can't keep, like, working this much. Because the number one problem with it was that it would, the number one problem with it was that, during the holidays, they would hire on a bunch of new people. And then the people who worked there, oh, I got it! Oh, yay! Hell yeah. I knew I was onto something. So, yeah, the problem was, so the new people would come in, and then the people that, like, work there forever would just get less and less hours, and then I'd be working, like, no hours at all. So I'm like, I need another job. So then I got the other job, but this time I was like, it was only a seasonal job, and my brain was like, well, any job, I've never failed an interview, and any job is gonna be like, oh yeah, you're such a good worker, we'll keep you in. Like, you know, that was my brain set, which, don't ever do that, people. I'm gonna let you know right now, that's where it all went downhill for me. Never assume that you're going to get a job just because you've never had say no to you before. But see, the thing was, my standards went up ever since COVID. I was like, okay, I am exhausted. I need hours that are going to work with me, and I need the money for those hours. Want less hours, more pay. That was what I was trying to do here. And the job that I was going to was exactly that. Less hours, way more pay than I've ever made. That was the first, like, $15 an hour that I've ever made in my life. And I was like, wow. I literally am only working, like, 20 hours a week, and I can help pay for all the groceries and everything that needs to be done, so my husband can figure out the rent, or it can be a lot less on him. And I was ecstatic. And then they never kept me. But then again, they never kept anybody except for somebody that was like, I don't know, like was related there, that was already working there. So it was like, oh, that was completely fixed. And then I was out of a job for 2 years. I really hate to say that. It makes me feel like such a sloth, but I'm trying, and I'm still trying so hard to find something that is going to work with me, because I can't do it anymore. Like, I got, what's the word, like, swept up, and now I'm just tired, and I can't function correctly anymore. It's sad, but I mean, like, I'm doing better by the day doing this. I mean, I try to keep myself busy here. I just, like, you know, I cook, I clean, I take care of all my animals, I do art, I play video games. I find a good, healthy balance between what I think I need and what I actually need. You know, I started taking vitamins, I started, like, you know, like, exercising, being healthier and stuff like that, and I generally feel good. It's just the problems now are just, like, emotional stuff. Like, I want to help my husband not feel like he has to do everything on the face of the earth, kind of stuff like that, you know? Because I know stuff like that can just, like, be a drag. But, you know, he's a trooper about it. I'm being a trooper about it. I love him, he loves me. You know, that's regular married stuff. Oh, can I do it? Come on. It's like, that's where it needs to go, but it needs to be flipped. Come on. Oh, God, yeah! Ask and you shall receive, baby! I don't expect anybody to watch my videos. I don't expect anybody to, like... I don't expect to get famous off of this. That's, like, the last thing. But I also do know anybody that does start up a YouTube or a blog or, like, any kind of videos so they get noticed, it usually takes a while. It's, like, 2 years. 2 years is, like, is what I see, like, a good, minimum for, like, people to, like, actually start getting noticed, or, like, getting, like, an actual thing, like, off the ground. And then again, these are, like, people that already have jobs and are doing stuff, so I'm like, ugh, what am I doing? But I'm trying to look at it in a bright light. I'm just doing this for fun. Like I said, I don't expect anybody to watch my videos. I'm just doing something because I am so bored of being bored that I want to do something about it now. And so, it just happened one day where I was looking at old video games I used to, like, really get into during summertime, during school. And that's, you know, it just kind of went off there. Dragon Age. Dragon Age was a really big thing for me. I got like, I don't know if I started the games in order or what, but I just remember like one day I played the game, immediately hooked on it, and I was just like, I got to play more of these games. So then I played more of the games, and I loved every single one of them. And I was like, I love all the romances, I love all the action and the story. This was like before I've ever played like actual D&D in my life. Now I'll say something different. Now I'll say like D&D is the best thing in the world. My husband and I do D&D camping together. He does one with his friends like every single weekend, like on the dot. He's been doing this like way like since high school, after high school. Like they've been doing this for years, like really long campaigns. And then when he met me in high school. And I was just like, I've already dabbled in role-playing. I used to, at my one girlfriend at the time, I used to role-play with her over, you know, text message. It was like a long-distance relationship. She lived like all the way over in another state, and I lived in another state that's out. You know, yes, that is a long-distance relationship. Good job. And, you know, we would constantly roleplay, like, every single day. It was, like, my favorite thing to do. If I look back at all the stuff now, it is cringy as shit. Never look back at your old writing, old diaries, anything. Don't do it. It is all I can, my words of wisdom. But, no, alright, you know what? Those are not good words of wisdom. Look at your stuff. Look at it. Remember how happy you used to be with it. Do it again, but better. That's literally what getting, you know, better is about. That's growth, baby. Damn. And that's what I did. See, the thing was, I never deleted any of those text messages from 3 years. I kept every single one of those text messages, and she was such a good, you know, she was such a good person. She was such a sweet girl. I loved her a lot. It just, you know, it just didn't work out. You know, I'm stuck here, they're stuck there. We never actually met each other in real life, but, you know, we didn't know that we were, like, who we were, you know? But, you know, that's the one important thing about it. I loved how, like, both our parents did not care about this at all until, like, later on, and they were like, huh, you know, Twitter is a bad place. And I'm like, oh, you just figured that out, Mom? Good job. So they were like, we already like knew we were just like completely fine. We both had that like sort of notion of just like, I'm not talking to a freak or anything. I mean, like, we're freaks in our own way, but like not like I'm not talking to like a like 70-year-old man trying to get in my pants or anything like that. We knew we were both kids. We both went to school. We had the same lingo and shit. We knew what was going on. Our parents were like, you know, that could be like an old man. It's the same argument. You know, that could be an old man. I'm like, you ever thought maybe it could be an old woman, Mom? Maybe an old woman on that other line. Maybe the old woman's hitting me up. Always be like, oh, Mom, whatever you think's creepy, there's something 8 times worse. But yeah, we like, you know, like we figured it out, like, oh, that's what they look like, oh, that's what they look like, cool. And then we kept talking, and then we later changed it to like actually like talking face to face. I think we were both like just those type of people that were like, I don't wanna talk face to face. Intersocial skills are a mess. But then, you know, we got to know each other more, and then we like talked all the time. And then I went through high school, and we're still like, you know, talking with each other, still doing that. It just like ended up not working very well, and I still think that like sucks to this day, because like right afterwards I got in like a very abusive relationship, and I didn't know how to deal with it. So I was just kind of like going through the motions. I mean, like, it was bad, but I mean, like, I'm fine now. I obviously have a husband that like loves every bit of me, and that is like super nice and adoring, and like has never done anything wrong to me ever, really. I mean, we have like fights, but I mean, like, never raised our voice at each other. We were just like complete adults about like everything. And, you know, that's all I can ever ask, really. And, but afterwards, going back to the whole thing again, is just, I never deleted any of the messages. I did delete them at some point, because, you know, it was like 5 years, and I was, like, already married, and I was like, oh, wow. I still have these. It wasn't just like, oh, throw out the trash or anything like that, but it was just like, I'm gonna be real honest. I needed more space in my phone. If you're out there, know that it's not that I hate you. Oh god, but no, I needed more space in my phone, but I did reread all the text messages again, and I was like, shit, I need to write this down, because it was good. And I took whatever characters I had, and I no longer took any of her characters, and I redid it, and I make stories. I do D&D campaigns with my characters now, and now I get to experience those with my husband, and I was like, oh, wow. Does that say something about me? It's like, oh, your relationships are built off of, like, stories. Is that weird? Like, maybe. I don't know. You can sound off in the comments. You can tell me if I have an identity disorder or something. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. God. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I overshare, okay? So if I sound like I'm just, like, literally belting my whole life to you, it's because I am. That's just what I'm gonna do. I'm completely comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable with it, then you don't have to listen to me, but just know that's gonna happen, baby. It's so strange, because when I'm playing any other game, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about myself or my life or anything. Not because I hate it or, like, think, like, you know, it's scary. I just never got that confidence to really talk about anything until, like, right now. God only knows why. But now, that's the same. This is the internet, this YouTube thing is a dangerous thing. I'm already, like I just said, I'm already an oversharer. And now it's just, like, tenfold, because there's nobody listening to me. I can drown on for hours now. Oh, wait, hang on, I think I'm gonna get it now. See, now I'm actually paying attention to the game and not talking. I'm sorry, everyone. Yay! Yay, oh god, 2 big ones. It's the simple ones that suck. Anyway, my point is I really like D&D. I really like writing. I've written, like, ever since, like, middle school. I won't say that I'm good because it's just fan fiction. So yeah, I write a bunch of fan fiction. I love fan fiction. Oh, that was very easy. I've always written fan fiction, always read fan fiction, and, you know, D&D was, like, is just fan fiction, really. Oh god, this looks hard. Oh wait, maybe if I no, hang on. But anyways, it was like, you know, I love writing, I love doing things with, like, art, I love drawing. I never thought I was any good at drawing, and now I'm finally in that, like, area of, like, I've been practicing so long, every day, like, consistently now, that I finally feel confident in, like, my art skills and with, like, sharing everything. Not saying that you have to wait until, like, you're completely, like, you know, A-okay to, like, start sharing your work. Like, I've totally seen people with, like, way more confidence than me that are, like, completely younger than me, like, sharing their furry art, and it's not bad. I'm not gonna, I mean, like, it doesn't matter what the art looks like. I just wish that I had that confidence to just share my artwork at any stage. I wish that I could just, like, go back in time and just be like, who cares if it's dog shit? Who cares if you drew a fox boy with such pretty eyes? Like, just share them on Tumblr. Some people are gonna like it. And some people will make fun of you, and that is completely okay. I remember I had a first little like bit of it was when I used to have a DeviantArt like a long time ago, and I used to, when I wasn't confident in my skills, I used to just be like go to like MS Paint and like have like a base that was already kind of like downloaded and just like draw off of that, which is like great practice, by the way. Anybody that like draws bases for people, you're doing the work of God, because it has helped me learn anatomy, even if it just seems like tracing. If you just gotta credit the artist, man. That's all you gotta do. It helps you learn anatomy. Of course, like after a while, like start like doing it like not like don't trace off of paper. Do it enough to where you understand the anatomy of like what like the actual like face that you're drawing off of. Like, okay, arms go like this, the curves are in these places, this tat, you know what I mean? And then actually start looking at like, real life like photos, and like just start doing it from your eyes. And then that's what I started doing. And then you start, you keep going off of that, and then sometimes like, and like, like looking at other people's style of art. Try drawing like them for a while. Find out what you like to do. And that's where I got my thing. I still don't think I have a style, really. Or, I mean, is that like a thing? Like, you have a style, but it's like, you don't really, it's like, you don't like, oh, this is like, this is style. It's like, it's my name style. It's like, nah, it's just a style. This is how I draw now. And that's completely fine now. I'm really happy with the way that my art looks. I know that I have, like, some days that are bad and some days that are good. But, like, that's every artist. And also, I kept realizing this the other day. Like, warm up before you draw. I was, like, drawing, like, getting right into it. Because, I'm so motivated. I really want to get at it. And then all of a sudden, I was just like, everything is shit. Why am I even drawing? Give me 1 second. I need to go check on my animals really quick. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So, what was I talking about? I was talking about art stuff, wasn't I? Practice makes perfect. If you don't think you're there yet, you will get there. And like, it's the same, like, shtick that you hear everybody, like, talk about all the time. Practice, practice, practice. It gets annoying after a while, but that's literally what it is. It's just, you just gotta keep practicing, really. I had this thing where it's like, I would only just do it. I hate, like, trying to jump over hurdles sometimes. I really think it's annoying. But, sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth and bear it. Like, for me, I've only ever done traditional art. I was so scared of, like, trying to figure out how to do anything, like, digitally. And now I just feel like I'm a frickin' computer whiz, like, with all the stuff that I've been doing lately. And it makes me so angry because it's like, I think, wow, if I just, like, just sat down for a few hours and just messed around with this program, like, if I just had the patience to do that, like, earlier, I would have been, like, A-okay to go. And, oh, hang on, I feel like I'm gonna get it here. Okay, so that's, hang on. Alright, oh, yeah, there we go, okay, God. Alright, so, but yeah, you just need to, so I was so scared of, like, just trying to do anything digitally. I was like, oh, I don't know, I need to do this, then I need to do that, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to work with layers. I hate trying to work with layers. It scares me, I don't understand it, I feel like I'm 80 years old. And so, I was scared to, like, do it, and then I finally, I like, bit my teeth and bared it, and I was just like, I'm going to figure out how to do this one way or another. I'm going to do this. And then one day I just did it, and I was like, oh, it really wasn't that hard at all. I was so angry. Oh no. But I'm doing okay now. I understand, like, the schematics of it, and it worked really well, because, my husband knew how to work Photoshop, like, a little bit, so it was, fine in that aspect, too. So, you know, like, he'd like, alright, so this is the layer. If you're gonna be doing your, you know, you gotta have your white layer, and then you're gonna have, like, I scanned, like, stuff that I've already drew before, and I just had it, like, you know, on my computer, and you had to do that much, at least. And I was just like, he's like, okay, then you do a layer for this, and then you do a layer for your liner, and then you do a layer for... But he's, like, the meticulous one. He's like, if you gotta use a layer for this shade piece, and then you need to do a layer for this shade piece, and this, like, if you're gonna do line art, you gotta do line art for this specific arm, and then do the line art layer for another arm, and then I was like, bro, I think I can just do it all in one go. And sometimes he will be right, though. Sometimes he'll be like, you need to do this, and you'll have it on top of that layer, and I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I'm the artist. And he's like, okay, go ahead. And then I'll do it, and then I'll realize he's right, and I'll just go, oh, yeah. I just erase everything and redo it. See what I mean? He's patient. So I try to, like, make sure I take things with, like my feelings with a grain of salt sometimes, because I know that I'm just stupid that way. But it's completely okay. Sometimes you just need to learn yourself. Learn by yourself, and you'll be okay. And I was just like, oh, alright. And so now that I'm doing things, like, digitally, you know, I'm sharing so much more on, like, you know, like, my Tumblr, my YouTube, Instagram. I'm, like, going everywhere. I'm, like, throwing everything. I even went as far to make a Twitter account the other day. I was like, oh, God. Everybody's, like, yelling about the Twitter so much, so often. And I'm like, I really want to get a Twitter account. I don't know if I can handle it. Granted, I used to have a Twitter account when I was younger. That's how I met, you know, that's how I met, like, my first girlfriend, was, like, through Twitter. And I was just like, oh, no, Twitter account. I'm like, what am I boo-hooing about? Like, I used to use Twitter. I mean, I literally don't interact with it in any way besides, like, just posting my stuff. I think I might, like, start posting, like, daily things over there in the sense of just... you know, like, oh, hey, like, what's up, people, kind of stuff, but, like, other than that, I'm gonna kind of keep it at, like, COVID distance. I'll be like, yep, interact with it, but in very moderation. Tumblr, though, there's nothing there. I just like it to just look at memes. That's basically what I use it for. I did start a daily blog there. It's really nothing that interesting. It's me just kind of rambling on, like, about what I do, like, things on the daily, and, like, you know, something if it upset me, and I'll talk about it there. I don't expect anybody's listening, but I mean, like, I feel safe to, like, pour myself over there, like, emotional-wise, because I know no one's reading it, and if they do, no one's gonna really call you out about anything on that shit. I mean, there's people that call you out on Tumblr, obviously, but I mean, like, in my aspect, I'm not, like, saying something very opinionated. I'm just going, like, had a hard day today, didn't know how to understand this book, yeah, stuff like that, and everybody's just going, oh, whatever. So, yeah, I like it for those reasons. Instagram, I do, like, makeup videos, like, get ready with me. I don't talk or anything, though. Maybe I'll start talking, but then again, like, if I try to talk, my videos are gonna end up forever, especially with makeup. You see me trying to do this game right now, and I can't do simple things just because I'm talking and not thinking. Imagine what's gonna be like when I just have a gross face of makeup on and me just, like, explaining something that happened, like, years ago, and it's like, dude, your eyes fucked up, like, finish the blending. It's like, I don't understand, like, beauty YouTubers that, like, just do that, because I can't. But, you know, like, I've been doing makeup the same way that I've been doing my art. I never thought, like, I was insanely good at it. I just did it, like, every single day just because it was really fun to do so. And I like the way that I looked afterwards. I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything afterwards. It's just something that I like to do. I like to stay home, just work on my makeup because it's fun, and then, you know, just wash it off. I love the aesthetic of it. I think it's really pretty, and then, you know, I move on with my life. And then I was like, well, if I just do it like every single day, then let me just, like, you know, show my look, or just do that, and then I can ramble on in, like, subtitles. And the the reason why another reason why I don't talk in my makeup videos is just because, so my computer camera, like, for some reason won't show more than like 2 seconds of video, or won't film, and I've tried to like fix it multiple times. It doesn't want to work. It just like completely flunked out. It said I'm good, and I was like, alright, that's cool, buddy, you can leave. Don't fight it anymore just because I don't want to fight it. But it doesn't do that, and I can't find another camera app that like, once, like, I have OBS, and this is what I use right now for, like, you know, screen recording and like just using my mic on my computer. All that works except for the camera. I have like another littler camera that like supposed to hook up with like a USB. Please tell me I'm saying that right. It's USB, right? I just had this conversation with my husband last night. I kept calling USB UBS or some shit, and then I called the flash drive a USB correctly, and he said that's a flash drive. I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. My brain just won't link it up at the moment. But anyways, I have one that can like that I bought a long time ago that can like because I wanted to do this whole, you know, YouTube thing like a longer time ago during quarantine, but then I didn't have the stamina. That's not what I needed to be doing at the moment. I need to be working on myself more, and you know, so I set it off to the side, but then that wasn't working either, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with the computer? It's a new computer. So that didn't work, and now this isn't working, so I found a leeway to where I can just work on it with my phone. My phone takes the video, I put the video on my computer, done deal. Alright, I feel like this is fine. There's a big L. Alright, big L's. There's a... Alright, that. Okay, yay! See, if I just shut up long enough, I can figure it out. And, you know, I was doing the makeup videos just fine, and I was putting it on there, and then I tried to do another makeup video, and then I realized, oh my god, my video only lasts for like 22 minutes. And I noticed that because I had a 33-minute video for my last one, and it stopped halfway, but I had the phone faced around the other way because I didn't know how to flip the video, because I was showing things up like a dumbass, and everything was completely like flipped around, and I was like, ah. So I made fun of myself on that one, but I was like, oh, okay, you know, I use Clipchamp for editing my videos, and it's been working really well recently. And I noticed they have a flip motion. I was like, okay, well then I'll just do the flip motion next time. But it didn't take all of my video, and I was sitting there with like full face of makeup, and I realizing this, that it stopped like right when I was putting eyeliner on, and I was like, no. It's okay though, I got it. Like, I tried it again. I tried a different video though afterwards, but not immediately afterwards, like a few days later afterwards. And now I have to like keep videos under like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I just need to get myself a camera. Cameras are expensive though. I think I have one in the back somewhere. I might have to scrounge around for it. My husband's into photography, so I will just have to figure it out some way or another. But yeah, no, so there's that. The whole YouTube thing, I think it's really nice in the sense of like being able to just sit down and think about something, or just talk aimlessly into the wind like I'm doing right now. I am a very chatty person, I just realized though. And now I'm like getting quieter because I'm realizing I'm just sitting in a room talking to myself. I gotta restart this. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet here for a second. I'm gonna think. Start with the big ones. Okay. That one makes a... Okay. Alright, but I can't do anything there. Alright. probably the quietest I've ever been this video so far. I'm really thinking now. Oh baby, we're off to the races. No, we're not. We're staying right where we are. Alright, big pieces and big corners. I'm not even gonna do anything to them. Just stay there. Now, we work around it. That looks like that. Okay, and then if I do that there, then I can take this part, put it around there. This goes here. Did I do it? Did I do it? No, I have a feeling I did not do it. I feel like these are good though. So maybe I just put that in there. Okay, so then there's a... No. Yeah, alright, that makes it straight though. How else can I make that straight? Oh, okay. Yay. I did it. I did it. Complete box. Okay. Oh, goodness. I need to stretch. Yeah. I'm also wearing a hoodie right now. I'm like sweating again. I just really want to be comfy. I just want to wear a sweater again. It's finally like getting cold, but it's like only getting cold at night. It's still like really hot in the day. Which it's like, oh great, maybe I should use that to be like walking around and stuff. I'm like, too hot, I don't want to walk. My husband tells me every day, like, go outside, take a walk. And I'm like, yeah, that's the best. I know that's the best outcome, but I just can't do it. Please, leave me alone. He's only looking out for my good health though, and I know that. But sometimes I'm just like, I really wish I could listen to him more, because I know anything that he tells me is in good health. But sometimes I'm just like, stop asking me to work out. You don't know if it's good for me. I know it's good for me. There's no doubt that it would be good for me. I just really want to have a gym membership. That's the thing. It's like, I used to be really good. Oh, this is actually going out pretty well. Okay. I used to, like, you know, like, I have a gym membership when I went to college. Gym membership was like, go in there, it was like $2 a visit, or you can spend like $8 a month to use the gym at the school. I was like, sick, nasty, great, but used it. And then I did every single, like, you know, single day while I was working. And I would go to the gym and I'd, you know, have a really good time. I'd only be on 3 things though. I'd be on like the treadmill, and the bicycle, and then the row machine, and then I would go home because that was the only things that I was very comfortable with doing. Okay, this is not good. We were almost there. Not quite, but we were almost there. And I was like, and outside of that, I was just like, you know, and then I didn't go to, I used to, and before that, you know, when I was in high school, I had gym every single day. I would ride my bike everywhere because I didn't have a car yet. Ride my bike to work, ride my bike to school. And then I had PE every single day, and then maybe I would like go to the gym afterwards. And I was like super skinny because I was constantly working out and I didn't even realize it. Walking with my friends everywhere I went. And now I just like, you know, I gained a lot of weight because I don't work out anymore and I eat like shit. I mean, like, I'm not overweight or anything, but like, I used to be like really, really skinny back in high school, and now I put on like a lot of weight from what I used to. It's still like a normal-ish weight, maybe a little above where I should be for my height, BMI wise, but my doctors aren't worried about it, and like nobody in my family is worried about it. My husband is like, you know, he likes the way I look. That's not the problem at all. For him, like telling me to like go work out every day, it's got nothing to do with like image stuff. It's not like that. It's just he wants me you know, he just wants me to be healthy. He's like, you work out, it helps the serotonin, baby. And I'm like, thanks, I know. But like the main argument is just like, why spend your money on a gym when you can do all the things that you can like for free at home? I told him, I'm like, I like the rowing machine, I like the biking, and I like the treadmill. And he's like, walk outside, take a bike ride, do all this. I'm like, all right, well, what about weights? And he's like, empty milk jugs with sand. And I'm like, you are a caveman. But really, he is. The number one thing that he would be doing if he was not with me right now is live in the freaking woods. He tells me that all the time. He's like, I want to live in the woods. I can't wait to live in the woods. Like, one day, like, he wants to have a homestead, and he wants to, like, you know, have everything be, like, he wants it straight up. American civilization in the 1700s. He wants to live like that, and I don't want to live like that personally. There's some aspects to it that I can get behind. Like, if he really wants to do that with our lives, then I will do it. That's not a problem. There would be some things, like, he's like, I want to do it like this, but at the same time, I want some moderation. Like, he's like, I do want to have, like, a DVD player or something. I'm like, fair enough, we can do that straight up. We can just have, like, get some stuff, get some Wi-Fi in there, and we'd be completely set. And he's like, because he's in the same boat as me. He does not want to work anymore. He's tired of working. He wants to just live his freaking life without, like, the need for money controlling his life. That's what he says. And honestly, yeah, capitalism at its best is what it's doing to people. And it's completely valid in what he wants to do. And I want to go behind with him, like, you know, 100%. I'm up for the task, because, you know, if you do anything for me, the least I can do is do anything for him, or at least, like, within my realm of, like, possibility that I can do, really. He learned all the things that he really wants to do. My problem with it is, it's like, I still want, like, okay, but we're not living like that now. I want to have a gym membership. I realize money is tight, though, and we can't have a gym membership, so I won't be having a gym membership. If I ever, like, got a job again and had excess money, it'd be my money, and I would finally say, it is my final word, I got a gym membership, I'm using it. And then you can come with me if you want, and that will be our debate. So, I don't work out because I don't have the motivation to work out, mostly because I'm one of those, like, I'm, like, lining them up, and ooh, let me fit them together outside of the box. But, yeah, so that's what, like, the main problem with I need, like, the same way, like, school, I feel like I work really well in the sense of, if I need the motivation for something, I need to be in a space of motivation. If I want the motivation to work out, I want to be in an atmosphere of working out. If I want to be in a motivation for writing or drawing, I need to be at a table or a desk or something with, like, some books, or, like, you know, in an area to, like, actually, you know, like, bring myself around that. I can't, like, just, like, stop what I'm doing and get on the floor of my living room and then, like, do yoga. I used to for a while, but, like, afterwards it just gets hard, and I'm just like, I need to be in an area where I feel comfortable, like, doing something like this. And, you know, he's nice. He tries to help me with, like, well, if it's, like, being comfortable, like, I can work out with you, we can do this together. And I'm like, that's so sweet of you. If you weren't such a workout Nazi. I'm the same way in the kitchen, though. If I'm in the kitchen and he wants to help, like, cook, I'm, like, so mean. If we're, like, working out together and he's trying to help me out, he can be so mean at the same. He's not mean per se. He's just like, you're doing the form wrong. And I'm like, I'm doing it to the best of my ability. And he's like, okay, that's fine, but you're supposed to do it like this. So he's mean in that aspect, and I'm mean in the same way of, like, you can do it that way, you're just gonna burn the food later. So we're at a standstill when it comes to that. If I really do feel the motivation, I'll get up and like go outside, put some earbuds on, and like take a walk. But he still tells me, he's like, you can only get so far just walking, honey. Like if you really want to do some stuff, you need to like, you know, like we have a trampoline, like, you know, like sit on the, you know, like jump on the trampoline. And I'm like, sure, but it also hurts my back a little bit. But that's my fault. I bought the trampoline because I was like, but I bought the trampoline for aspects of like, if it gets in the winter time and I want to like walk outside, I can't walk outside, it's way too cold. So I got the trampoline for that. But it's completely like, you know, warm outside now, so I take walks instead. And he's like, why don't you use the trampoline? You bought the trampoline. And I'm like, I did. I told you 7 times. The trampoline is for wintertime, boy. He's like, okay. But then he'll forget about it, and I'll be like, why don't you use a trampoline? I'm like, we've had this conversation 17 times. He's fine, though. He's right, though. I should be using it and taking a walk, but I don't want to do that much in one day. What else can I do with these cats? He's so cute. So mean. Okay. No. What's another game do you guys want to see me play? I mean, other than Dragon Age and like this, if you guys even like this at all. I usually, like, you know, find something on Steam. I have like so many games on Steam. If you guys like something, I probably have it. You know, I'm one of those people, like, Steam sale that comes around, and I'm like, I'm gonna get every game that's in the $10 range. Woo. But I mean, like, what do you guys want? Do you like horror games? I have a bunch of horror. I'm not gonna say I'm good at horror games, but I got a bunch of horror games. My husband's good at horror games. I like watching my husband play horror games. That's what I'm like. I bought, we have all the Batman games. But that was my husband mostly. My husband likes the Batman games. He played all of, like, the Arkham games and stuff. And then I played the Telltale series. Maybe we can play that or something. That's a good game. Though, that is on... I will say my computer is janky and it does not run the Batman games very well on my computer. So it's probably be a better game for, like, my PS4. I got Man of Medan. I can start and play that. I got that on the PS4. I can use that. I have all those Life is Strange games. I've only ever played the first game once. I got all the other games thinking I was gonna play it, and I never played it. What other games do I have? I have like the Pester Quest game. I got like all the Friendism games, because, you know, I'm one of those Homestuck trash people. I have opinions about Homestuck, but at the same time, I'm not like a very active member, but I still like Homestuck a lot. God, all my fan fiction from back then. A lot of Homestucks. A lot of Homestucks. A lot of people stuck at home in those fics. So I got those games. Oh my god, I got those South Park games too. I was gonna say, can I even show that on YouTube? And I was like, yeah, I watched it on YouTube. Of course I can show it on YouTube. Though I don't really know how to, like, censor stuff, so if something needs to be censored, I don't know how to work on that yet. I don't know these algorithms. Okay, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Put that down. Big stuff on the bottom. Big stuff on the bottom. Big stuff on the bottom. Okay, if I have one of those, maybe. Damn, what other games do I have? I really don't know. It's not like I don't have games. I have a lot of games. I just don't know, like, what would be interesting enough for me to play on YouTube. most of them are like old in the sense of like they were popular then. I don't even know if they're popular now, so what's the point of having them? Or like playing them if no one's gonna really care too much about them. But does that even matter? I gotta tell myself, well, I'm just doing this for me. Like, what games are interesting? I really like the Life is Strange games, but at the same time, it's like I'm one of those, like, oh, yeah, I'm not gonna talk because I'm gonna be, like, very invested in the story, and I don't know if that's any good, like, let's play stuff. I can also do things, like, outside of gaming, like, I can actually, I bake, I cook and stuff. I just made, like, blondies the other day, and they were really delicious. They came out, I followed a recipe, though, and they were completely wrong on the cook time. They were, like, 35 minutes in 8x8 pan. I was like, okay, that should be fine. And then it wasn't fine at all. It was, like, completely, like, you know, like, crisp and stuff. And then when I cut it in half, it was, like, not baked at all in the middle. I got really pissed about that. Because I waited an hour to cut into these cookies. And it was nothing was baked. And I was like, I had to put it back in the oven, wait another, like, 20 minutes. So I was like, oh. I was like, I'm going to leave a comment. A nice one, because I'm not good with confrontation. Talking about, maybe you want to add 20 more minutes to it, because I had some trouble. But they're like, comments disabled. And I was like, oh, you fuckers! That was really funny. Okay, hang on. I feel like I'm getting closer here. Okay. So the tail can go in here. This. I feel like this is it, but I gotta be a master. Oh, I am a master, I just got it. Yay! Do like the... I don't know how to edit, but if I could edit, is do like the little, like, you know, the little party favor thing and the kids from like Five Nights at Freddy's. Yay! God, that was so cringe. Okay, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Oh, man. Thank you so much for letting me just ramble on about my life and everything. If you guys, like me, like, talking this freaking much in my videos, all I can just say is, you're very nice people. Thank you very much. Otherwise, maybe I'll pick something else up later. I'll look into seeing what would be a better game that I can... I mean, this is a good game for me to just, like sit down and, like, talk and stuff. At the same time, though, if I want to have, like, more, like, enriching videos, maybe a little less screaming, but more, like more active stuff to play. So I'll look through my Steam account and I'll see what should be good pickings there. Maybe if, not that I have followers or anything, but I'll put a poll up somewhere. Or maybe I'll make one of those wheels, I'll write every single game that I have in my Steam account, I'll put it on a wheel, and then I'll just have that go around, and maybe I'll just have that pick my game for me. Alright, well, thanks for listening. You guys have a wonderful night. Have a beautiful, I don't know, have a great day. Get into something that you haven't been into for a while. Look at your old art. Look at your old writing. Laugh at it. Do it better next time. Hug your cat. The theme is cats today, even though we only talked about my cat for a little bit. Play some video games, read a book. I got a good book right now that I'm reading. Watch some YouTube videos. Anyway, just fill your day up with something. Get motivated about something. I feel so much better after doing this video. I was really exhausted, and now I'm feeling a lot better because I got to talk out into the void. Maybe talk out into the void. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Bye!